Hello and welcome back to Play with Thunder, Episode 9, Area 51. I am Jag Thunder and this is Minecraft. In this episode, you're first wondering, wait a minute, this is not Area 51. This says the Ether. Well, it is the Ether. I got a new mod, and I'm sure most of you know what it is. It's the Ether mod. And I want to take a few minutes here in the beginning of this episode to go over a few things that I've been doing, some updates, and some things I want to talk about, and then we'll get to Area 51. So while we're doing that, we're going to fly around the Ether. I loaded this up on my laptop last night, my piece of shit laptop, which is the first thing I want to talk about. I've got a new one coming, and it should be here Friday. So I can throw this piece of shit Dell underneath the back tire of my truck and run the cocksucker over, because it's a huge piece of shit. So anyways, that should be here Friday, and I should be able to start getting a lot more accomplished because I do a lot on my laptop, especially at work and breaks and stuff like that. A little bit behind, as you guys can see and tell if you've been watching and keeping up with my channel and my videos. I've put up a lot of tutorials because I know a lot of you out there really enjoy my tutorials, and they're getting some really good views. They're already up over 200 views on a couple of them, which is really awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And while you're sitting there with your mouse in one hand and your cock in the other, take one of the free hands and click on the subscribe button and type me out a comment, what you want to see, what you want me to do, things along that nature, what you like, what you don't like. Click on the Community Rangers channel. We're trying to get that off the ground right now. So pop over there if you want to see different kinds of gameplay. Got some really good publishers over there, producers I mean, and we're doing really good right now. So if you get a few extra minutes, check that out. If you're not spending the hour and 10 minutes watching my elevator tutorial. So anyways, back to the Ether mod. Let's talk about that for a minute. I've got it loaded up. It's running really good, and it runs the texture packs in high detail. You've got to find the right ones. Doku Craft is one that I've been using lately, and it does have an update for the Ether mod. Why am I running this? Well, I'm not really sure. My next project, I need sky space. So I was thinking maybe I will do it in the Ether mod. But 1.8 is coming out. And from what I hear, that's going to give us a higher sky. So I'm kind of in limbo right now on what to do for the next project, even though Area 51 is not finished. So I'm trying to play this out and figure out what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm kind of stalling a little bit because I was thinking that 1.8 was going to come out this coming weekend. I don't know why. I read some things on some different forums, and that's what I was thinking. So if it does, I'll have some time to kind of fiddle fuck around before we get into the next project. But anyways, Ether mod. Ether mod is running. It's got too many items, and it totally updates everything, which is really cool. It's got single player commands. There's not many mods that actually work with this, seeing how it's still fairly new, and I don't really know a whole hell of a lot about it, but I wanted to show it to you because it is pretty fucking cool looking. And there's some cathedral type buildings here, and there's another one off in the distance that I already went into, and there's some new mobs and some cool ways to die and all that kind of shit. But anyways, that's the Ether mod. What else? 100 sub video. 100 sub video, if you go over to the community, actually Patches 12345, if you go over to his channel, he actually uploaded about 8 minutes of our 100 sub weekend. I've got a bunch that I'm still trying to go through, and because my laptop's a piece of shit and I haven't had time with all my other videos, I'm still trying to decipher and decode and put enough in to make the first video, and I hope within the next day or two I can at least get one up for you. I'm also waiting for my save, my world save. I was supposed to get the day after we was done. I know I'm stalling. This is why I don't actually do like voice and play, because I suck at it. But anyways, Josh, if you're out there and you're watching this shit, I cannot get a hold of you. Send me my fucking world save. I need it for my intros. If I don't have it, I'll just go ahead and put one up and we'll try to throw it in like a part 2 or something. I'm not going to overrun this thing. I'm going to try to maybe put 1 part, maybe 2, and it's going to be montage style. Pretty much just everything run together, all the really good funny stuff that happened, because I know there's a lot of people that are waiting for it. They keep asking me about it. Where is it? Well, that's where it's at. It's still in the making. I had a lot of other stuff that I wanted to get done first, and I was kind of stalling again, waiting for the world save. So anyways, this is the Aether, and I got a really good spawn, which is pretty fucking cool. I'm going to do something here, even if it's not in the next Play With episode. The one after that, I think we will return to this, and we'll build some sky shit. That would be really cool. If not, I definitely want to do it in 1.8 with the new biomes and shit. This is back on the mainland, and this is what I like about single player, is I can turn the day on and day off. I've got the fly, and I put a couple things in real quick. Like I said, I only had a couple hours to work with it, but I spawned a couple little waterfalls, and my big Legolas. Yeah, so anyways, that's what it looks like right now. So we're going to cut off here, and we'll fly over to Area 51, and we'll talk about that. Alright, we're back over here to the UFO, and like I said, if you've been following my channel, you know that I put up a schematic of my 5-floor elevator. I now have that closed in for the elevator, for the UFO to actually match everything that I've got going on in this theme. The schematic, I stripped all this stuff off, and I've just got the elevator. So if you haven't seen that, which I'd be surprised if you hadn't, because it's climbing views very rapidly, which is really awesome. It means people are interested in it, and I've got it over on mcschematics.com or .org, .net, things.com. But anyways, it's picking up a lot of downloads over there. So anyways, here we are. I've got it trimmed out. I went ahead and moved the stairs. The stairs were originally right here, but that kind of posed a problem with the wiring and shit, and I didn't like how it was laid out, so I moved the stairs over here. And I like the new design. It kind of doesn't fit. It fits and it doesn't fit. I like it because it looks neat, but if the spaceship actually landed and we're going for like realism here, where the fuck would this come from? So anyways, so fuck that noise. The stairs go up this way. Now down, I tore a lot of the lava and obsidian out. Put in a lot of doors, so there's some small rooms. I cut it up. This goes back to the piston area. Like I said, a lot of little doors. I think this was the original door where the original stairs were, and the other door was like right over here. And I hope I'm not like shaking all over the place too much. But anyways, this way, you can get lost really easy in here now. As you can see, I'm trying to find my way around. Okay, here's the main elevator shaft. So there's that. Excuse me. And I also put in, as soon as I can get to it, as soon as I can fucking find it, I may have to cut this out while I'm running all over the place. Okay, here it is. Alright, I put in number two, like shit. I put in another elevator because I've got it down really good now. I put in a second one, and this one stops inside the UFO instead of going out to the ground, and goes up to the same floor as the other one. And I'm working on a personal elevator, a little 3x3, and let me turn the lights on here so you can see a little bit better. And this is coming along quite nicely. I started working on this yesterday. I don't have a lot of room, so what I've got to do is I've got some, and let me go up one more floor. Whoops. Alright, we'll look in here real quick. I had to cram everything in lengthwise, and I'll go up one more again, too high. And so what I did is I've got one main water wheel over here for power, and then the first run to the second big elevator that I put in goes over this way. and I run this into the floor, and of course that goes down to the next layer, and this is identical, almost exactly the same as the first one that I put in. And now that I've got power up here, I split it off and I put in the second one, which is going to be the little personal elevator. The first two are like freight elevators, and when I get them all trimmed out, there will be stuff in the floor, raw materials and stuff like that. And I think I'm going to put in probably 2 or 3 more personal elevators around. I've got so much fucking room here. I didn't realize exactly how big this thing was. Even after I put in the elevators and shit, I still had a lot of fucking room left over. I'm like, man, fuck this noise. I'm not gonna, go through here and just chop it all up and just make empty rooms. So I figured, what the hell, I would put in some elevators. They take up a lot of damn room, and it'll still look good when it's done. But anyways, this is what I got. It's the same wiring, except I had to really kind of crunch it together, and it works. It works good. I'm going to fly through the wall because I don't have a door here yet. And what I've got, I don't have any indicator lights, but what I do have, and I'm not sure where it's at right now, what position it's in, I have an up and down button like I do up on the other two, and then I have a go button over here. So let's see which way this bitch goes. Okay, great, it comes up. So I've got my first floor in and the detector's in. That's how far I've got on that. And you've got to kind of stand back or you'll hit the detectors here. So everything stops perfectly. I'm real happy about that. And go up to the other floor. Actually, let's ride that back up. No, we can't. I ain't got the fucking buttons in. Ooh, shit. Let me find it. Oh, okay. Out here, you guys saw in the other video, episode 8, I've got the glass in, and that's the first main elevator. And then this over here, I've got glass for the second elevator and also the little personal elevator. So that looks really good. That's getting trimmed out nicely. This floor is getting there. This is going to be the freight area over here. So the second elevator that I put in is right here, and it is a little bit different. Not a lot. It's a little deeper here because right above me is the control deck where I've got all the lights and the spaceship control panel or whatever. So I had to make it a little bit deeper because I kind of miscalculated a little bit, and I made the decking a little bit longer this way. I added 1 more row. The other one was 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, is it the same fucking size? Okay, I took out the front corners on the other one. That's what I did different. And I had the buttons over here. So this one here, I've got them. I'll show you. They're still up on the front. Everything's almost, like I said, identical. I still got the indicator lights, but I moved them to the side here and here. And the buttons are still about the same area, and the detectors are about the same. So those all work just about the same as the first one because I pretty much copied the first one. But anyways, that's what we got going on here in Area 51. I'm getting more and more done in between all the shit that I've been doing. So hopefully here in the next week or 2 we can finish this project up, because this son of a bitch was just, it turned out to be a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is not a problem because I'm getting it filled up quite nicely. I'm just going to finish up on the freight elevators. These big rooms here, I'm just going to fill with all kinds of just stock material just to fill it up. And I might put in some beds and bullshit for the aliens to sleep in after they get done fucking or whatever they do. So anyways, that's what we got. That's where we're at. I think I covered everything that I wanted to. So anyways, episode 10. Episode 10, I'm going to have a finished schematic of this fucker. It's going to be done. And I'll put the schematic for the whole UFO on episode 10. I know I promised it in 9, but it's not going to happen because I've just had so much other shit going on and I couldn't get it up. Well, that sounds fucking bad. I can get it up. I may be old, but I can get it up. Anyways, you don't need to know all that bullshit. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe with the free hand that you're not playing with your dick with. I appreciate it. I love the comments. Keep them coming and keep them watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.